What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. I have a matchup today of Blue Buggy into Blue Purple Sanji. I think we're heavily favored in this matchup due to the fact that the way that Sanji plays is it's trying to fill up the events, fill up the trash with events that buff a particular, pretty much unremovable Sanji that gains power based off the amount of events in trash. But the problem is that Sanji is a 3 cost, which can be shut off by Promo Buggy. So that's kind of the idea here is get Promo Buggy out and then get Crockett Mihawk out to protect against it. Protect against it getting removed. That's kind of like the strategy here. Play my good friend Fred. But I know that at least in my local scene, everyone's teching particularly against me by running the Merry-Go stage in Sanji that can buff a Straw Hat by cost 2. So yeah, expecting that as well. So that Sanji might be able to attack, but we'll see. Have this opening hand. We have a Crockett Mihawk. We have Alvida 10 cost. I actually really like this hand. We don't have a Promo Buggy though, but we do have a Galdino to try to go and find it. He taps 1 for a Pudding, which can search top 5, I believe, for an event or a Sanji. And then he's going to be able to grab a Searcher event and off of that as well. We're going to tap, or no, he activates the event because with leader ability, Boof Burst, I believe. And then we're going to tap 1 for a Galdino Searcher, search top 4 at a Mihawk. Going to expect that to play off of the Promo Buggy. He's going to tap 1 for a Luffy, will be the Pirate King, which can search top 3, add a card to hand, put the 2 at the bottom. He's got a little counter to keep track of the amount of events in trash, so he knows how much the Sanji will be at. Plays another Pudding, search top 4, maybe 5, I believe, for an event or a Sanji. Able to add Jet Culverin. That bottom deck's an original cost of 4, which can bottom deck Alvida, which was my play to play the next turn. But I'm thinking to myself, do I still play the Alvida? Meanwhile, swings a 5 life. We take no trigger. Here's where I make a decision. I'm just going to Alvida anyways. Make him use that Jet Culverin. Because I have another Alvida in hand. I can play that off of Croc and Mihawk. So going to just play it anyways. Make him use the Jet Culverin. And we can pitch 2. We'll pitch a Mihawk. We have 2. And we can pitch a Galdino. And we're going to swing a 5er at life. He takes no trigger. And then we pass it back to him. Another thing I'm slightly worried about is my hand size is getting big. I don't know if Sanjis are warning Pudding, but I could be in danger of getting Pudding. He taps 1 for Let's Crash This Wedding. Search top 5 for a Straw Hat. Able to add, looks like a 0 cost event, the blue one. Then going to tap 4, I believe, for a Reiju blocker. This gains an additional cost and power and blocker as well, based off of how many events are in trash, and he meets that requirement. So it's basically an 8 cost 7k blocker. And then he activates the Jet Culverin with leader ability to bottom deck my Alvida. Let's search top 4. We can only add Richie or a 10 cost, I believe, so let's add the 10 cost. And then I think we're going to have to go with a Croc and Mihawk here, but that's fine because the Alvida is like an 8 cost right now, or 9 cost, excuse me. So, yeah, we swing 5 life, he blocks with the Reiju, which also gains 2,000 power. We're going to pitch the Pudding, Croc and Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. We do draw into a Promo Buggy, so we are set there. Thinking about what to pitch. Going to pitch a 2k. We'll play down the Alvida, draw 3, trash 2. We draw into a 10 cost and a Promo Buggy, so we'll pitch 1 Promo Buggy and we'll pitch the Crossguard Searcher. We kind of have everything we need in hand. As long as we don't get Puddinged, we should be good to go next turn. Next turn, we're going to Promo Buggy into Mihawk, and then we have 2 10 costs in hand, I believe, so we can just start dominating from there. He goes. It's hard to keep track because he returns Dawn. He gets Dawn back. Sanji's ability has 2 abilities. One is you can return a Dawn to activate a Straw Hat event of cost 3 or less, and the other one is on attack if you have less than or equal to Dawn, you can ramp a Dawn. Meanwhile, he's putting Dawn on the Puddings and swinging. We'll counter out of both of those just to get the hand size down and worry some of the Pudding. And then he swings, I think, a 6 with life. So still keeps the Reiju blocker standing. We're going to swing our Galdino into the Puddings. We have 2, so we're able to kill 1. We're going to swing the other one. and he's going to give us a 2K. Then I swing 5 into the pudding, and he blocks with the Reiju. And then, yeah, now I think at this point I don't want to swing my Alvida or my Crockett Mihawk. So I'm just going to tap 7 for promo Buggy into Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. Going to trash the Mihawk, and then we'll search again with the Cross Guild Searcher. We can add a Richie. We could add a Crockett Mihawk. I think let's add a Richie. I have a Gravity Blade in hand. I'm kind of keeping it just in case, but I think ultimately I think that I should pitch that card because the Rage is one I would want to bottom deck, but it gains an additional cost that exceeds Gravity Blade. Yeah, we go to 9 Dawn turn. Next turn, I think we just 10 cost Buggy away that Reiju. That should be the idea. He's going to put more Dawn on. I think this is a 7K swing. We'll give it 2K, 1K. Keep our hand size relatively down. Not in danger of getting pudding. He's going to swing, I think, 7 life. This might be 8 life. We'll take no trigger. Draw another 2K. He has 1 Dawn standing, and we passes. So we go to, actually, we go to a 10 Dawn. We're going to swing the Galdino into there. We're going to leader ability. We're going to establish a 10 cost Buggy, bottom deck the Reiju. And then we have, we're going to swing the Alvida 7 to life. Takes no trigger. And we can swing the remaining on leader 8 to life. Just think about whether I want to save some extra Dawn. Meanwhile, he had a trigger of the Let's Crash This Wedding. So that's why he searched. Then we're going to swing 8 life. He's going to tap 1, return 2 Dawn, pitch a card, pitch the Jet Culverin, draw 2 for Gum Gum Giant, goes +4 for the battle. And then, yeah, he draws for turn. We pass it to him. We have keep the Croc and Mihawk standing, keep the Mihawk standing. Next turn, we're set to go pretty hard. He taps 6 in totality for 2 Sanjis. He puts a dice on them to let them know how strong they are. He has 3 Dawn standing at this point. He can swing a big 8, looks like. If he swings into the Alvida, I'm going to let it die. So I'm probably going to play over that Alvida anyways. He swings 7 to the Alvida, we let it die. And then he passes with 1 Dawn standing. He's at 2 life. We can swing. We can definitely put a lot of pressure. But looking at our hand, we can Buggy. If we could double Buggy, but let's just play 1. I think the idea is here we swing really big. We can't remove those Sanjis. We could, but they just force him to return a Dawn. So I think the idea here is let's swing 10 life. Let's swing some big numbers here. I don't want to swing Croc and Mihawk, and I don't want to swing Mihawk. So he's going to activate another Gum Gum Giant. Draw 2, goes +4 for the battle. He needs to give us a 2K, gives us 2K Usohachi. Now we can swing 12 life. He takes no trigger, and we can leader ability now, pitch the Grav Blade, play the Buggy, attempt to bottom deck a Sanji. He just returns a Dawn. Really, that's just for us to get the Buggy out, but also I think right now he's at 7 Dawn. I like the idea of that because I know some. The one Sanji I played before played the Snake Man Loopy, which is 8 cost rusher. So now I don't think he can activate that on this turn. He taps 1 for a Concassier, which allows him to draw a card if you activate main. It also reaches the threshold where he's buffing the Sanji's up 1. Now he's going to tap another 4 for the Reiju again, and then he's got about 4 or 5 Dawn standing. He's going to activate Leader Effect to return Dawn, but not activate an event. I was wondering why I was doing that. So he can get 2 Dawn less, so he can play the Silva Mask blocker. That makes sense. He wasn't at 7 Dawn, he was at 9 Dawn. So yeah, so now he has 2 blockers established. And he's going to swing 6 life, and we'll just turn the Mihawk sideways, and he passes 1 Dawn standing. So now the idea here is we have another 10 cost Buggy in hand. We can Buggy away one of those, but let's just swing the Buggies out and see what happens. I swing a 12 life. He takes no trigger. Excuse me. He gives the Soba Mask blocker. I know he has the 1 standing Dawn. I know I could press pretty hard, but I think ultimately I'm going to swing 7 life. I'm going to play over this Mihawk, I think, in a second. So that's why I'm swinging it now. He gives me a 0-cost event with the red rock. Let's leader ability, tap 5. It's kind of risky to play over the blocker, but I think it's okay. The fact that we're at 2 life. And then we're going to swing another 10 life. Make him use a bunch of resources. We have another 12 to swing. He gives us 3 2Ks. Now we swing 12 life, and it's a let's crash this wedding trigger. So he's able to search. He's able to add, looks like another Gum Gum Giant. We pass it back to him. So now the only thing that I have that can potentially be worrisome is the fact that I have no counters in hand. He plays a Burchette Blow. He's allowed to draw a card, and he minuses 3,000 power to the Buggy. I don't have a lot of cards in hand, and if he had 2 stages, I could be cooked. Maybe I shouldn't have played over the blocker, but I think it was better to play over the blocker than the Croc and Mihawk, because then he could just red rock the promo Buggy. Maybe I should have played it over one of the 10-cost Buggies, but I don't know. I got a little bit greedy. He does tap 1 for a Marigo stage, so one of his Sanjis can attack. We do have 2 2Ks in hand. So we do have like pretty good defense. He is going to buff up this that Sanji, and he's going to swing, I believe this is like 12 into 9. And we're going to let that die. He's going to swing 5 life now. We'll give a 2K Buggy. And then he passes with 2 Dawn standing. And there's no blockers, but he does have 2 Dawn standing. So he's going to swing a 13 life. He's going to Gum Gum Giant, goes +4. And he's going to give a 2K, and that's it. So we're able to get the dub here. Again, this went about as according to plan as possible. We got the promo Buggy out. We got the Croc and Mihawk out, able to protect it. And then we were able to start just playing 10-cost Buggies and go on from there. He said that he runs 2 stages, I believe, and he bottom decked them on one of the initial searches. I think it was a pudding search. So he kind of saw the writing on the wall. But he did get it at the end. He was able to cycle it back all the way up, so that's cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you think of it differently. Really appreciate you guys, and see you next time.